Well, this is odd, isn't it? I'm on my own. I'm on my own. They've left me. It's not strictly true. They've just flown over and gone to the game themselves. So I'm here on my own. Hello. I hate the early kickoff, but we're here. We are still here. Not much else to say. They were actually, the pundits before, actually, they were just having a go on them edible coffee cups. They're actually eating them. I don't know what they're saying because I can't have the volume on, but there wasn't any grim faces, so I assume they're okay. With edible coffee cups. Whatever. But they're just running through right now some old results. Our record against Arsenal recently is very, very good. The FA Cup semi-final that we don't want to talk about. Yeah, there's a few interesting stats floating about our last results against Arsenal that I will find now. We've won our last 8 matches in the Premier League, so the FA Cup doesn't count, competition, and 4 consecutive clean sheets in the Premier League against Arsenal. Records are there to be broken, so you never know. You never know. But MCFC are okay in the chat. Yes, lads. Hoping for a result today. Up the fucking Blues. Yes, yes. Oh, yeah, those coffee cups. Yeah, the coffee cups are weird. Coffee cups are odd. Revel. How are we? You better get one of those coffee cups. There was absolute limbs before. I spoke to him just before for like 10 seconds. There was limbs. Maybe not in the family stand. Ethan in the chat. Solo stream. Yeah. Left on my own. I'm unsupervised. This is going to go well or horrendous. One of the two. There's no in between. It's either going to go absolutely great and fine, which it probably will be, because, I mean, you're talking about football. But, there's a chance this will go horribly wrong. Trim. Saying trim to me like I got my haircut recently. Goodbye, good luck. Yeah. I'm going to need luck, aren't I? It's Arsenal. They're playing a back 5. If you didn't realise already. That's going to be fun. Ordered a coffee, was given a normal cup. Rubbish. What? All this talk about these fancy edible coffee cups that they're rolling out to try and stop plastic and paper and all this, you know, recycling. They give you a normal coffee cup. What's up with that? It's not the first thing that's gone wrong this week, man. There's been quite a few. There's been a mental week in the life of a City fan for various reasons. But it's not the first mental thing that's happened, and it's probably not going to be the last. Unfortunately. Or fortunately, depending on how you look at things. But we're here. Covering the game as always. Or trying. It's like when Jordan did the stream by himself when Lewis was on Don Robbie. Yeah, that happened, didn't they? They've done quite a few solo streams between the two of them because various holidays and other streams, and I don't know, Jordan does the morning show. I don't know whether that's by himself because I haven't actually watched one because I don't do mornings. Vanilla latte is the best IMO in terms of coffee. Well, in my opinion, if you put flavouring in it, you're wrong. So, yeah. I don't know how to put it. I don't understand people who vanilla or caramel or anything. I do have to say though, I am more coffee than tea, even though I am British. I'm English and I prefer coffee. Probably tells you about as much as you need to know about me. Well, this is fairly boring now. That's what happens when you start half an hour before. I do have tweet notifications on for various journalists and other reporters, so if any news comes up, I will talk about it because I need things to talk about on an advert break. I think Arsenal came out pretty late, if I'm going to be honest. I think they came out at like 12, like almost 12 on the dot. Yeah. Odd. Because I know City were out, or at least the goalkeepers were out quite early, so. I am new. Well, hello, Daniel. We do already have a Daniel. This is a different Daniel. You are new. Hello. If you're new around here, this is not how it normally looks. There's normally two of us. But we've got two people who have actually gone to the game. So I'm here on my own. We do this every week, every game. We didn't do Norwich. I don't know why we didn't do Norwich. I honestly can't tell you. We didn't do a watch along because it wasn't on the telly, but I don't know why we didn't do other stuff. Anyway, we missed that. We're back again. Early kickoff. On the Blues. Kickoff is 18 minutes away. Well, probably about 20 because they do a few things. It's normally a bit late because obviously they'll just be running late anyway because they normally are. And oh my god, West Ham are top of the league. No way. Arsenal 19th. Forgot about that. Arsenal haven't scored yet, so. Oh my god, Pep is unbelievably bald. He's shaven, freshly shaven, bald. Oh wow. That's what you love to see. That's the ritual we have. If Pep is freshly shaven and he's proper shiny bald with no hair, probably gonna win. Confident now. Is Hugh in here today? No, he's not. Dead man walking. He's not. I am the only one here. I am riding solo, I guess you could put it. I'm on my own. Be fine though. There's Mikel Arteta. Looks like he's had a shave. Everyone's having trims. Who's on trim watch then? No, I'm stealing this from Dara. Who's on trim watch? Who do you reckon's on trim watch? I'll put Obama blood clot Yang on trim watch. His hairline is a bit receding nowadays. What do you think the Liverpool versus Chelsea game will be? Well, I mean, Lukaku against Van Dijk is going to be Titanic if it happens. Which I'm no doubt Van Dijk and Lukaku will play. But you never know. Lukaku could put himself up against whoever starts next to Van Dijk. Because it could be... Well, I mean, it's probably going to be easier, isn't it? That'd be the smart thing to do. But, yeah. I don't know, man. I fancy Chelsea in that one. I do fancy Chelsea in that one. They look really good at the moment, and they addressed their striker problem. We didn't, but you know, we move. We can't have all things in life, you know. Failed targets, you move on. You know, you win some, you lose some. We'll go again next season to try and get one. They're showing the statues now, actually. Quite a nice idea. I never thought in a million years we'd ever have a statue or two statues outside. Yes, you fucking legend. Yes, Renners. How are we? I'm here. I'm doing my job. They've gone on the holidays. Fine. Can't blame them because they haven't been able to go in a year and a half ish. Hugh's got a season ticket anyway, so he'd be going regardless. He'll be going to quite a few, so expect to see him more for away days, I'd say. He won't be going to all of them, though, because, again, he lives in Ireland, so he has to book flights. The lap season, I am very disappointed that he's not on the bench. I know he's just come back from an injury, but I am gutted that he's not going to get any minutes before the international break. I hope he starts against Wickham because he'll bag, and hopefully he'll play a bit more after that. If we're not going to sign a striker, we need to just play the lap. You know, if we decide that we'll wait until next year, maybe when we have maybe a bit more money and it's a bit easier to do, with certain targets, you know, contracts being a year less and stuff like this, release clauses and all that, then we should just use the lap then, if you're not going to be serious about it, because why not? Can't hurt. I'm good. Glad to hear it, Renners. Glad to hear it. You and Dara part-timers. I won't tell him you said that. I won't tell him you said that. But, I'm no part-timer. I'm always here. I think see Arsenal players are warming up in the background. Yeah, people getting into the stadium now. It's not. If I'm going to be honest, it's nowhere near full. But I mean, we are like still a good 10-15 minutes away from kickoff. It's so annoying that Daniel thinks that we can dominate PSG with no striker, not the new one. I know what you mean. It's a bit baffling. It's a bit baffling. I know we beat them twice last year, but they've literally gone and signed half a new team. And we've signed Jack Grealish. That's it. So, who knows, man? Who knows? It's only the group stage. As long as we get through, there's no complaints from me. We've got a tough group. So you never know, but we should be getting through. We should be getting through. Regardless of whether we top it or not, we still should be getting through. Rob Holding is very bald in that picture they've used. Jesus Christ. The Joe 1894 now. Well, I'm always here. Even if I'm not on the video or the stream, I'm always there. If PSG sell Mbappe, that makes them weaker. Yeah, unless they go and buy Haaland, which there's rumours that they'll sell Mbappe and buy Haaland. And then it cancels it out, really, doesn't it, at that point? And then you're looking, right, well, that's a super team, and we're going to have to wait till Messi retires. Or Messi leaves. Jack Gorn tweeted that there's still huge queues outside the ground, 10 minutes till kick-off, so it looks like there's quite a few more people to get in the ground. Which is good, which is nice. You know, we're constantly being made fun of the fact that we can't sell out our crowds, but who cares? We play beautiful football and we win games. That's all that matters. All the Arsenal fans in the crowd. City fans. I tell you what, there's quite a few older kits in there. People are not happy with the Puma kits, and I can't blame them, because the ones this year are shit. The ones this year are shit. The voice of reason is now the face of the 1894. I seem to be at the moment, don't I? I seem to be on everything. But that's just the life. I'm always there, so I'm always called upon. Doesn't help that Dara has started working again, like proper working again. So he's not available quite a lot of the time. So that doesn't help, but it's what you sign up for. I ain't bought a Man City Puma shirt yet. I bought the away one from last season. I bought a goalkeeper one actually from a couple of seasons ago because it was pink and it looked weird. So I bought it. I like buying the ones that look really out there with bright colours. I don't know why. I have a couple of them. But I'm not buying any this year. The third kit is woeful. The third kit is crime against football. And the other two kits, they have V-neck, so not for me. Get a goalkeeper kit with Carson on the back. I got a goalkeeper kit with Edison on the back a couple of years ago. I think that was before we signed Carson. Or it was like the first season of Carson. Full kit. I won't go that far. you know how much the kit costs itself? Do you know how much the jersey just costs itself? The jersey's like 90 quid. And the shorts are probably like 40 because they do that all the time. Do it all the time. Overcharge for the full kit even though no one buys it. Unless you're a child. Oh, they're trying to Jack Grealish. Boo-hoo, man advert. For the bloke. He's the big time now, isn't he? The shirt is silly money. It is. It is, especially for the fact that it looks awful. You're paying 90 quid for something that looks horrendous. And then the match fit one. The one, like the replica of the ones that they wear in the game, the more expensive one, that's like 100 odd quid. And there is a difference to it as well. There is a difference. You can tell which one is which. But they're both rubbish, so. Chris's grandma bought Chris the full kit and it was 85 quid. I assume it's kids' sizes. I assume, which are cheaper, yeah. But still pretty expensive. I can understand shorts to an extent, but if you get socks, you are just a weirdo. I'm not gonna lie. You're a weirdo or a child, one of the two. If you get socks, if you get kit socks. Like they must not sell many like adult size ones. Fabrizio's on a madness already, Jesus Christ. Looks like Moise Kean's going back to Juventus. If anyone's interested, so Everton fans really, and that's about it. The children kit when I was a kid was 35 to 40 quid, but yeah, but when you were a kid, we were shit. So they'll charge more because we're a good club. We win things, so they almost have a right, but they don't because it's ridiculous to normal people. But yeah, if you're a lower down club, it usually doesn't cost too much. There's not as much demand. They're only that expensive because people will buy it because the club is just, you know, we are a big club, so they know people will buy it regardless. Oh, how far away? Just over 5 minutes from kickoff now. It's actually the same 11 as what we played Norwich with. The exact same 11. And yeah, I don't know why I've got Zinchenko there. He's not actually playing. I don't know how I've done that. Let me change that real quick. Hold on. It must not have saved from the last time. Hold on, let me get Cancelo in there. I just assumed it was everything's going wrong. Hold on. I can't believe no one even noticed either. I can't believe I was the first one to notice. I normally don't notice unless anyone tells me. I can't believe it. Let me get on that before kickoff. I think it should have been Zinchenko, but we move. Doesn't matter. Cancelo's not a bad footballer now, is he? Let's get him in there. Goodbye, Zinchenko. Must have only changed half the team. Everything else is right though, but I mean, it's no different to Norwich, so. We are slowly getting there. Starting 11. Here we go. That should have changed now to Cancelo. That is now the right 11. I can't believe I don't know if I didn't clock that at first. Right, headband spot. How many headbands are we going to see for Jack Grealish in the crowd? How many kids are going to be wearing headbands? There's another one of the old kits from last season. There's a Manchester. The funky one that they released. That one was actually better than any of the kits that we actually, like the actual real kits that we put out. Fair few empty seats still, but again, I do stress, this is Arsenal. They are currently 19th. And won't be a City game now without empty seats, because that's all that rival fans seem to care about, our ticket allocation. Looking onto the City website, the club website, to check tickets available the morning of the match. See how many have sold out. Here come the Arsenal players to line up. Aubameyang as captain. Bechidaro is wearing a headband. Probably not, no. I don't think his hair's long enough. He has actually worn one before, because I've seen it. He showed me, but he lost it somewhere because I can't find it. But here comes City now. Gundogan is the captain. Weird to say, but with no Sterling, with no Fernandinho, well, starting anyway. I would have thought it would have been Kyle Walker next to be captain, but I guess not. I mean, it doesn't really matter who wears the armband, if we're going to be totally honest. You could genuinely give it to Diaz. It just wouldn't matter. To be honest, I don't think we have made this squad stronger. We've made it stronger, yeah, because we've replaced. We've let go of Aguero and brought in Grealish, who's going to be available for more games. So in theory, yes, we have made it stronger. But it's not a straight swap. We've replaced a striker with another midfielder. So we've gotten a little bit stronger, but still haven't assessed the problem areas. And we could probably do with another fullback as well. Like, we've needed one for a few years. Another fullback, whether it be left or right, depends where you're going to play Cancelo. City still have 100 seats free, so it's nearly sold out. Like, it's not bad at all. I think some people are still getting in. So some people are actually cutting it fine to get in the stadium, but we are almost at kickoff. Almost. Pep and Arteta sharing a hug, as always. One fraud to another. Say that, he's not a fraud, is he? He's just not a fraud. My baldy. There's Grealish with his headband. There's Aubameyang. We are. It's like odd one seats on their own. Yeah. The stadium's pretty good, I'm going to be honest. There's a few bigger gaps, but then again, like, the whole bottom tier seems to be pretty much full, so. But we will move to this one as we prepare to kick off. Oh, someone's got that. Honestly, anyone who bought that third kit needs to give their head a wobble. I saw it then. Your dad bought the third kit. Why? It's awful. Horrendous. Oh, bad. Pep is actually shiny bald. We should be winning this. Referee Martin Atkinson. As long as it's not Baldy Taylor or Mike Dean. But Arsenal are going to kick us off here. Arsenal are going to Arsenal are going to start this. Going to take the knee here, but Arsenal are going to get us underway. Gaps because most is still trying to get in. Yeah, I think so too. Nice monster drink. Thanks, Renners. Usually have one. We're off. We're off. We're underway. Arsenal have got us underway. They've passed it back and launched it straight away. And Ederson has claimed it within 10 seconds. And the ball is now with City, so we'll slow it down and we'll build from the back. How this game is going to go. Stephen Manham, Martin Keown and Darren Fletcher on the commentary. So if I wasn't streaming, I wouldn't be turning it on. But anyway, here we go. Arsenal with a high press and City have just kicked the ball out. So Arsenal have it, but this is arguably where we won them, passing it around the back while we press them, because there goes Torres on Leno, and Leno has launched it, and Diaz has won the header, and we've won the ball back. Got Arsenal pretty much where we want them there. You know, if they're passing it around the back, they can get a bit panicky. But we don't want them to have too much of the ball now, because we do want to play football. Loads of people outside the ground with 5 minutes till kick off trying to get in. Could be this e-ticket problem that we're facing right now. Aubameyang crosses it in, out by Cancelo. Arsenal have still got the ball. But yeah, this whole e-ticket thing needs sorting out. No one seems to be a fan of it. Walker slides in. And Walker clears. Arsenal are pressing pretty well at the moment. Seems like a very slow start. City have... Arsenal have a throw-in. Or does City have a throw-in? What's going on here? No one knows what's going on. Looks like City have a throw-in here. On the right side. Oh, Bernardo's kicked it straight back to Arsenal, but Laporte does well to get it back. We'll go back to Ederson. Off to a bit of a slow, rusty start. Arsenal refusing to press Ederson. But Arsenal's press is good. They're working hard here, but I don't know how long this is going to last for from Arsenal. They could easily burn out if they carry on pressing like this. We need to just kind of keep it together. Long ball towards Torres, just slightly overhit. Leno gets the ball. Right. I think we're in for a hectic first 5 or so minutes. And we could see it calm down for 10 to 15. That's just the nature of football. Arsenal have won a free kick. Take it pretty quickly. Our turn to press now. They're passing it around the back again. This is where you press Leno. I think that's the danger here. If you press Leno. Rodri's lost out there to Smith Rowe. Pretty poor. Saka, Cedric. This is where they're going to hurt us with the width that they've got. You know, we haven't fared well against 5-backs recently. Mainly Chelsea, but seem to struggle with the width that they have with just playing a 4. Good defending from Cancelo. I think it's a goal kick. Arsenal are looking dangerous. Arsenal are looking dangerous here. Getting in a few good crosses now, but good defending from Cancelo. And it should be a goal kick. And it is. And we're back in play. And Walker has miscontrolled the ball and it's gone out. This is going to be a long afternoon. This is going to be long. This is going to be a hard watch. This is going to be a close game. Just seems so unprepared, so off it, rusty, lethargic. There's a few times now where we've just passed it out or miscontrolled it and it's gone out and we've given away a throw-in for no reason. Just no need. Edison's playing as a third centre-back. I don't like this, the way that Arsenal have set up. It seems to be dealing well with the way that we want to play. They're playing high and wide with a good defensive shape, but we've broken the press. Bernardo's just launched it towards Jesus, who's managed to control it this time, but I mean, he'll have a hard job against Tierney this afternoon, so he could be a bit quiet. Could see a MCIARS substitution in the second half. Gundogan, 1-0. Gundogan at the back post, header. Gundogan is up and running this season, and we are 1-0 up inside 10 minutes. That is exactly what we want. Nice early goal, regardless of how we play. And shaky start, but we've got the goal, and that is all that matters. It's just launched long and high to Jesus. He does well to get the ball. Space for Bernardo, who gives it to Jesus, who crosses it in. Rob Holding. Oh, is that Rob Holding? No, Callum Chambers is beaten by Gundogan in the air somehow. And it's 1-0. Gabriel Jesus with another assist. I said on Discord before it's going to be a hard game. Yeah, well, early kickoffs are normally hard for us. Leno gets a hand to it, but he can't keep it out. Daniel Neerman scores. Yeah. Gundogan is up and running this season. That's exactly what we want to see. After a bit of a slow start, but it is 1-0. We will take it. Early goal, and Arsenal have yet again fallen behind. Now, I don't know how many of you are aware of the stat, but Arsenal have never won a game when losing at halftime under Arteta. So keep that in mind for halftime. We should be in for a game now, because Arsenal will have to press even more now, because they are behind. Of course, that's how football works. But they seem to be sitting back in a defensive shape that you come forward again. Their defensive shape seems to be a 5-4-1. They'll sit in a bank of 5 with they'll sit in like a flat 5 with a flat 4 in front of them, the striker. Gundogan across to Jesus. Jesus has managed to kick it backwards. I don't know how he's done that. Gundogan has won another header inside the box. If I'm Arsenal, I'm worried at the amount of headers that Gundogan is winning. I am worried because he shouldn't be winning headers against three, bigger guys. He shouldn't. They've put 3 centre-backs in there. He shouldn't be winning a header at all. Not Gundogan. Of all people, it shouldn't be Gundogan winning headers, so... Gundogan's picking up some good positions, and has he been fouled? Yes, he has. Gundogan looks good today. He looks up for it. Which is good to see. I want him to maybe not hit the heights of last season because it would be incredibly difficult. He was our top scorer, I think. I can't think of anyone else who was. So it'd be difficult to hit them heights, but especially when we've got someone in who could play in his position that we've bought for 100 million. But I still think he can have a good season, and I want him to have a good season. But I'm glad he's picked it up a little bit. But we've taken a free kick from about 40 yards, very short. Bernardo's whipped it in. Torres at the back post, and it's 2-0. Torres has tapped home. An absolute sitter. I don't know what Arsenal are doing at the moment, but it is 2-0. The ball has bounced around like a pinball machine. And Torres has got the easiest one-on-one tapping that I think he'll have in his career. Well, no, maybe not his career, but this season. Now, I do have to stress this. At this current moment in time, I think Callum Chambers has gone down, holding his face. I don't know what has happened. I don't know what has happened. It looks like he was Torres' man. I don't know what's going on here. It will be checked, of course. But free kick from 35 to 40 yards out, and we've scored from it, which you don't normally say often with City, because we don't normally score from set pieces. Callum Chambers is getting treatment on the pitch. I think they're trying to get this disallowed, but I don't know whether it's been successful or not. I'd imagine not. Because no. It's one of the easiest chances he'll have all season, if we're going to be completely honest. He's 6 yards out, just with the keeper in front of him. A player like Torres, who is a very good finisher, he's not going to miss. I think he's given it. Laporte and Diaz deep in conversation there. But, yeah, I don't know what he's doing with his... No, there's a tussle with Laporte, I think, in there. And they're pushing and shoving each other. And Laporte has kind of brushed his face and he's gone down. There's absolutely nothing in it. He hasn't, like, punched him or out. He's literally, they're pushing and shoving each other and he's swept the bottom of his chin and he's gone down holding his face, so... I can see obviously you can see what he's trying to do, trying to get it, win the foul. But it's a risky game doing that. We know all about it. Trying to win fouls. But that is 2-0 and we couldn't have hoped for a better start. I'm shocked at how Arsenal have fallen off in this game. Not just in general. But they had a good we scored after 7 minutes. They had a good 5 minutes there where they were pressing high and we were just giving away needless throw-ins, and looks like they started to brighter, but then, 7 minutes in, we get a goal out of pretty much nowhere, just one long ball, and then they've just crumbled. They've given away a set piece, and we've scored from the set piece. We could be having a field day. This could be embarrassing for Arsenal. I don't think it will be. I said in the preview, if you didn't watch it, I said we'll probably be comfortable, and I said 2-0 and it is 2-0, but I said we'll probably be comfortable, but we won't wipe them. We won't completely sweep the floor with them in terms of score. You never know now. Hello, Heather. Very good start. You and Dara are probably giving it limbs in probably not the family stand, even though it'd be funny if it was. I hope they're near the away end. I've been near the away end before. Probably one of the better places to be, the away end. Or near the away end. Are you missing Hugh and Dara? Not necessarily, no, because not because they're bad people or anything, but a missed kick from Torres, who didn't really expect it to fall to him in the box. But 2-0 up, so it doesn't really matter. I'm missing them a little bit because I'm on my own. It is very depressing. But I'm managing. I'm not in tears or anything, not yet. And I don't think I will be, because Arsenal, and they're losing. Arsenal when they're losing. Pretty bad. Not a good mix. We do look like we've woken up and picked it up a bit, though, from that first 5 minutes, which is good to see. Yeah, who needs Ronaldo? Probably us in about. Just come back to this in about like 3 weeks, when we've drawn fucking 1-1 and had about 20 shots on target. Yeah, Arsenal in the mud. Arsenal are in the mud. They've been in the mud for like 2 years now. If we're going to be honest, although it is funny, because you see the meltdowns from AFTV, them lot over there, AFTV, when they do the fan cams and they're all going absolutely mental and ballistic, which they have every right to do, because they support a football club that is doing well below its standard. But it's a little bit sad to see such a big club fall to such mid-table mediocrity currently in the relegation zone, having not scored in 3 games. Can't wait to watch Arsenal versus London Sainsbury's in a few years. The way they're heading, I wouldn't put relegation past them. Honestly, I wouldn't. They're 19th, 0 points. 6 goals conceded in 3 games, 0 scored. They've now conceded. I mean, I know they scored 6 against West Brom, but it was West Brom under 23s pretty much. So, it was good confidence for them, but they clearly haven't taken any of that confidence into this game, because they look abysmal. They look like they've conceded, that they've lost already. If I'm gonna you've got your likes of Saka and Smith Rowe, who are like pressing and trying, and Aubameyang will press every now and then, but it just looks like they've conceded that, yeah, we're not getting anything out of this game, or we're not getting a win. So, pretty poor if the players are like that whenever they go down, and whenever they go down, they think Edison playing a very risky game there. He's just kicked it against Smith Rowe, and that could have easily ended up in the back of his own net, but it didn't. thankfully. But if that's the mentality that Arsenal players have, then, you know, if they go like 1-2-0 down and they think the game's over and they're not getting anything from it, then that tells you something about the manager and the way they trust him and, you know, what they think of him. But it also tells you a lot about the players, the fact that they're not willing to even, like, you know, put in that extra 10%. Try and get back into the game. Like, if they get a goal, they're already 1 goal behind, you know, leveling it up again. Which sounds ridiculous to say, but momentum can shift. But just to check the goals and assists, Gundogan, first goal scorer, assist Gabriel Jesus. Torres scored second, no assist on that one because it was like a pinball machine. It kind of just bounced around a couple times before falling to him. So, opening 20 minutes, slow 5. We've been pretty dominant for the next 15, but I think Arsenal are starting to press their way into things now. But you can't win everything with the press. Launching throw-ins in now. Arsenal managed to hook it clear with Xhaka, but we're giving the ball straight back because Rodri has won it on the halfway line, and Ederson has now got the ball. Tweet there from City Extra. We're 20 minutes in and Ederson is bored. Yes, he is. We're into dangerous territory when Ederson gets bored because he usually likes to just start doing, like, I'm surprised he hasn't started doing roulettes in his own box when being pressed. Like, start doing rainbow flicks or something. He gets very bored when he has nothing to do, and he proved it there when he just kicked it against Smith Rowe to try and win a goal kick, and it almost ended up in the back of his own. Here's Grealish, who we haven't actually gone down the left yet. We haven't seen Grealish pretty much this game, but here he is now. Soft foul, that one. I don't think it's a foul, but Grealish should try and do that himself. We know about Grealish and his reputation, so. You know, this will just be the Arsenal game plan. Just damage limitation, maybe try and get a goal back. And, you know, if there's ever any pressure, they'll go down and try and win a foul so they, you know, can have the ball back and there's no danger of conceding again. If they're on Football Manager right now, Arteta's putting on play for set pieces. Ederson's just holding the ball here. He's got no options, but he's not being pressed. And he's just picked it up. The Ederson's bored already. I don't blame him. Here's again. There's Cancelo going into the midfield. Grealish dropped deep, picked up the ball. He's running. He's been taken down by Cedric because we were away. We were good in the transition there. And that is the first booking of the game. Cedric has been booked for a foul on Grealish for pulling him down. First booking goes to Cedric, which is a very good sign for Grealish because if Grealish runs at Cedric, you can't really foul him again because he might get sent off. So I think if we try and now focus a bit more down the left and get Grealish running at Cedric, we could be in business here because he's on a yellow now. Arsenal are so bad. We ain't even been that good. No, we haven't. We've been first gear, second gear for a lot of it. But Arsenal are just awful. Plain and simply, Arsenal have just been awful. They've offered a good press, but I don't think they've had a shot. Their defending has been absolutely woeful. They've let Gundogan win about 3 headers now in their own area. But I'm not sure what's going on. But I think Edison's just kicked it out. Edison is incredibly bored. Edison is really bored at the moment. Oh my word. Torres is pressing on his own. Here come the support. Arsenal have broken the press but kicked it straight out for a City throw-in. That about sums up Arsenal, really. They're one pass away from being in down the left-hand side. And it's slowly trickled out for a throw-in. Edison's given the ball away again. Xhaka's in. Good save from Edison. I think he's offside. Rodri gets rid anyway. Arsenal were in there, but it fell to Granit Xhaka, of all people, and he was offside. Yeah, just about offside. And it fell to Granit Xhaka, and it was on his right foot, so... a bit nervy, though, playing out of the back. Arsenal seem to have got a bit of their press back. But again, it is just pressing Inshallah at the moment, because they haven't really offered anything of note, and they've just kicked it out again for another City throw. I want to see Doyle and Palmer on if we're winning 3 or 4-0. We could see Palmer again. I don't think we'll see Doyle. I don't. We'll probably just see Palmer if we're comfortable. But we might not even be 3 or 4, so we might not see him. I'd say we'd see Sterling and Mahrez. Come on. And possibly Palmer. I think that could be the 3. I'd want to see Doyle, but I can't see both of them happening unless we are like 5-0 up. But Arsenal try and break, and Rodri and Cancelo with the challenge on Saka. Fair challenge, won the ball. Just pretty boring from now on, really. Just recycling the ball, making sure we try not to... Well, we try and limit the amount of times we give it away. Diaz has clipped one over to Jesus. Doesn't control it. He's gone down because Kolasinek's built like a brick shit house. Is it a foul or a throw-in? I think it's a foul. Is that another yellow card? I think Kolasinac is now getting a booking. So Arsenal are now on 2 bookings. Kolasinac has now been booked for a foul on Gabriel Jesus, who is proving difficult to be against. There was a bit of an elbow. It was completely accidental. Not an elbow. He actually hit him in the face. Accidental, but, you know, first booking of the season. Pretty sure it's his first Premier League game of the season. But Arsenal now on 2 bookings, one down the left and one down the right. The right back and left centre back have now been booked, so we should probably use the wings a bit more. Louis 11 in the chat. We're 20 minutes in and Edison is bored. He is. And he's normally bored around the 70th minute in these types of games, but he's realised it's only Arsenal. And he's lost it already. He's on thin ice already. He's incredibly bored. Although, even though it was offside before, the save he had to make before might make him wake up and, you know, maybe wait another 50 minutes. Wait till second half to start kicking it straight back to them. There's those second set of advertising boards there they put in. This looks really weird, but... And Leno collects because that's where the cross went from the one from the corner. We still can't... We've scored from a free kick, but we can't score from a corner. That just... That sums it up. sums it up, really. We're just never going to score a corner again, are we? But Arsenal round the back again. They've launched it. They've managed to win the second ball. Smith Rowe has been brought down. That is a free kick just inside our half. Just inside the half. Good feet there. Somehow Arsenal have managed to have a free kick just in our half and go backwards towards their back line and just launch it to Aubameyang. Kyle Walker does well to win a throw-in. Yeah, this is what it's going to be for the next... How long have we got left? Next hour of the game. In-game, obviously, there's half-time in between, but the next hour, 60 minutes till 90, it's just going to be Arsenal over press, and they'll play it around the back and they'll launch it long. Like they've just done there. They've launched it long again towards Tierney, who's against Walker, who got round Walker and he went down, but I think he's looking for the penalty there. Arsenal are in dire straits. Yeah, he's gone down there. I don't think it's a penalty. I don't think it's a penalty at all. No chance. Yep, they didn't even stiff at that one. He was looking for it. They were looking for a way back into the game. You could see that that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to win cheap fouls and penalties because they just need to try and find a way back into the game. Good tackle by Rodri there on Smith Rowe, and we've got the ball. And Smith Rowe there has just done a little hop and a sigh and throw his arms a little bit. I just think Arsenal's body language is completely wrong, and they are now... They've submitted. They are now, you know, they now think they're going to get nothing, which is pretty poor from the players. They're fed up already. They're fed up. They don't want to They don't want to continue playing. But here comes Gabriel Jesus. Done the one with a heavy touch and he's lost it. I need to try and get Grealish in the game. We haven't really gone down our left-hand side too much. I understand that Cancelo's inverting because he's playing left-back, but, you know, our £100 million man is on the left wing. Probably go down there a bit more. We've been very focused down on going down the right, which has proved, you know, it's worked for the goal, but, you know, we haven't gone down the left much. I think we can offer much more, especially with Cedric being booked now. I think we could get some joy down that side. Gabriel Jesus has kicked it against Kolasinac, but Gundogan's won the ball back. He's apologising now, Gabriel Jesus. City need to keep trying to get more goals. Yeah, we should probably try and knock in another one. I think the game is Grealish now. Gives it to Cancelo, who can't cross it because he's on his left foot. Oh, he's just megged Cedric, and beautiful play. Unfortunately, it comes to nothing because he kicked it out for a goal kick, but it is sensual stuff. See you later. Unbelievable skill. Very simple, but it works. It's effective. Yeah, we should, back to the point, we should probably knock in another one because I think the game is nearing on over because Arsenal just don't look interested. The players don't look interested at all. They don't. In all honesty, they don't. They look like they don't even want to be there anymore. Leno's going to launch this one along from the goal kick. So I think you get a third, it's game over. You can bring on the likes of Doyle, Palmer, one of them too. I wish Delap was here because you'd bring him on. You just give some minutes to players. You could even, if Zinchenko's there, you could even give him some minutes. Maybe, I don't know, more minutes to MCIARS or Sterling or I don't know, just we're coming up to an international break, so maybe the best thing to do is get some minutes in players before they go away. Ooh, Jacques has gone in for one there. That could be another booking. A red? Or what? What's going on? Is that red? Oh my god. I think Jacques has just been sent off. We'll check it, of course. But Jacques has lunged in on Cancelo, who looks in pain, significant amount of pain. And it's not a red for me. Let me see it again. Oh, I sound like Gary Neville there, don't I? Oh, he hasn't. I don't think he's caught him too bad. I don't think, but he's gone in two-footed. He's gone in two-footed, and he's been sent off. And I'm not sure whether it's gonna. I don't think it's gonna be overturned. But he's lunged in two-footed, which you can't do. But I still think it's very harsh. Arsenal fans are leaving already. Yeah, this is shocking. Arsenal fans are walking down and out the ground already. This is embarrassing now. This is very embarrassing now. This is very embarrassing. And the score could be also very embarrassing. Arsenal fans are walking out after 35 minutes. They've seen enough. They've just had another player. They've just had Xhaka sent off. They're down to 10 men. They're losing 2-0 away from home. Is it embarrassing from Arsenal fans? Yeah, if you're not going to stay for the whole game, give your ticket away to someone else who'll actually go. Fans have been out of grounds for like a year and a half. If you're not going to stay for the whole thing, regardless of what happens, then don't go. Someone else will take your ticket who actually wants to stay. Yeah, I can understand the red card. I still think it's a bit harsh. He's lunged in with 2 feet, which you can't do, and his studs are slightly showing, but he hasn't actually caught him too bad. Ooh, just over the bar from Laporte there, flick on. Or was it Tierney who got in there first? Could be. Yeah, Arsenal, they just need damage limitation now. Yeah, Tierney in there with the block. Arsenal need damage limitation there. They need to just stop this from being an absolute embarrassment. They're now playing a 5-1. A 5-1-3. That's the formation. That's the game plan. Gundogan with another corner swinging in. Front post headed away by Arsenal. And we get the ball. Here's chunky calves, Jack Grealish. Torres has now found his way onto the left. Laporte and Diaz are still in the area. I'd try whip one in. I'd try get one in the area. Or win a free kick. Don't matter. One of the two. Crossed in. It's away. Bernardo's headed it backwards. Cross in from Jesus. Laporte gets there, but it's wide. I think. Or is it a corner? It could be a corner. Sold a bit short by the cross, but I think he's won a corner. Arsenal fans are leaving. They are. And I think, quite frankly, regardless of the result, if you leave in this situation that we've been in where fans haven't been in the grounds for ages, if you leave, it's a disgrace. I think it's a disgrace. Because there are other people who, especially if you're the away fans, there are other people who would have taken your ticket and stayed regardless of result till the end to support their team. And you've taken that ticket, which fair enough, you've got, and you're leaving. What is the point in going if you're going to leave? You're just wasting your money at that point, and it looks embarrassing when the cameras pick up all the away fans leaving after 35 minutes. Shocking. I've been at City games before where we've been losing till late on, and there's no intention there to leave. There's no intention whatsoever to leave. There shouldn't be any temptation to leave the ground in this situation, or any situation. If it's like that, then just watch it on the telly, because then you can just turn it off. I think it's quite frankly shocking behaviour. I might be the only one with that mindset, but you're not going to stay, give your ticket to someone else who will stay. You know what I mean? Arsenal may be doing shit and they're probably not going to get anything out of the game because they're down to 10 men losing 2-0. But you stay to the end. You show your, whether you like what you're seeing or not, you show your appreciation to the team that you're there and that you'll never go away. It's shocking behaviour. I'd say the same thing about any fans. If this was the other way around and I saw City fans leaving, I think it would be a disgrace. I see City fans walking up stairs, and if they're leaving, then I don't understand why. If they're just going to get, I don't know, food or toilet or whatever. Same with the Arsenal fans. If they're not actually leaving, then fair enough. 3-0. Gabriel Jesus has scored. I'm on a ramble about fans leaving the ground. Grealish assist. This is going to be very embarrassing. Oh my God. It's 3-0. It's 3-0. And it's 3-0. This is very embarrassing for Arsenal. And I don't see it getting any better. Grealish assist. See what I said? I said if we go down the left, we'll get some joy. We went down the left and we got some joy. But this this is embarrassing. I tell you what, Hugh and Nara have picked the right game to go to, because this is City are going to have a field day. Here's Grealish again. If this is like 4 before we're approaching half time, if this gets to 4 before half time, I genuinely think we could score 6 or 7. Oh, Torres. Cross has been deflected, but here comes Grealish. Cross back in. Back post, headed away. Another corner to City. I like that tweet from Paul Hurst there. Grealish walked through the Arsenal defence again. He did. It was so easy to get through the Arsenal defence. It was unreal. They're playing 5 at the back and Grealish just walked through it. This is Aubameyang there throwing the gut ball against the ground. They're submitting. Weak-minded. Evil. Weak-minded. No spine. Backbone. They don't even believe in themselves anymore. Got 3 minutes of injury time here before we take a break from the onslaught. And I don't blame Edison for getting bored anymore because we're so far clear at the moment. They have had one attempt and it was off target. One shot, 0 on target. We've had 3 on target and scored all 3. This is what we want to see. We want to see City be clinical and take the chances that they get. Because if this game last year, this had been 0-0 and we'd be fuming that we hadn't taken any of the chances. Good to see City actually scoring some goals for once. Who needs a striker, eh? I mean, it helps when you can genuinely walk through an Arsenal team. But, yeah, well, we are into the last minute of injury time. So, nothing else is going to happen, really, is it? I have to say the plan has gone. The plan has actually, the game plan has actually worked, which I had no doubt it would have, but I didn't expect it to work this well with an early kickoff. Usually awful, and I expected the 5-back to throw us off, but we've done well. But it's half time. Easy. It is Revel. It's easy. Arsenal are actually worse than I thought. Arsenal are so much worse than I thought. I can't believe how bad they are. Like, I know they're pretty bad at the moment, but I cannot believe how. I genuinely cannot believe how bad they actually are. It's hard to think of a team like Arsenal being this bad. They are. And I don't know what can fix it. Will another manager fix it? Maybe not. Why are the subs there from Spurs? Let me get rid of those, please. Get rid of those. You'll get rid of those. We don't need those. We don't have any subs yet. Pep don't make subs in the first half unless there's an injury. Miss you. Miss you too a little bit, Revel, if we're going to be honest. Boring watching a game on your own. At least you get to see the Arsenal fans walk out and you get the limbs. I don't know what analysis I can give apart from Arsenal are actually so much worse than I thought. And I don't know how much worse I thought they could be. Pep could not fix Arsenal. That's how bad they are. I think Pep would struggle to get this Arsenal side going into Europe. Well, I think Pep would struggle to get this Arsenal side into the top four, which is where they want to be again. Like, he might stretch to Europa League or Conference League, but Arsenal, they're so bad. They're actually awful. Like, I've been thinking this. I've watched Arsenal a couple of times now. I've just been thinking, yeah, all right. They're pretty poor. They're just a few, like, maybe players, tactical tweaks away from, you know, being a good team or a decent team, you know, good enough team for now. But no, they are. There's fans of Arsenal that have been calling out for the free back. Arsenal fans have been calling out for the free back, the same system that won them the FA Cup. They've gone to it today and it has not worked at all. Completely backfired. 3-0 down to 10 men. Yeah, it's just not gone according to plan at all. Jesus. 2 yellows and a red for Arsenal, 3 goals, 2 assists for City. Just, ooh, it's not looking good for Arsenal, I can tell you that much. If this keeps up, I'll be surprised if Arteta's in a job by Christmas. Arsenal select the manager, it's still going to be the same with another manager. It will be, and they'll never learn for it. They'll think that the only way to go is to replace the manager. They might get a little bounce, but they'll be the same. They'll be the same team in 6 months after the new manager. They need a total reset. They would have to throw 500 million into the club to bring the club back. They might have to throw more. They might have to genuinely throw more than that. They are so far behind at the moment. It's just, they're actually horrendous. I can't wait for this Arsenal All or Nothing series. This Arsenal All or Nothing thing is going to be absolute limbs. It's going to be firework. This Arsenal All or Nothing is going to be great. But more poor defending from Arsenal, getting players sent off. Shocking from Arsenal yet again. Living for the year they kick off at the moment. There's like 0 limbs because I can't be bothered to put any energy into the limbs. But it's actually kind of boring to see how dominant we are and how shit Arsenal are. The game is just dead now. The game's over. The game hasn't gone, but just at this point, I'd be kicking back, relaxing, and just watching, you know, another couple goals, and that is it. Like, I won't be paying too much attention because there's nothing riding on the game anymore. What a performance. Jesus masterclass again. Grealish assist. Gundogan starts scoring again. We've got everything we wanted out of the first half alone. And Arsenal are down to 10 men for another half, so Jesus is a winger. Jesus is definitely a winger, man. You've seen the light. Good to see when we did use the left, the one time that we went down, I said the one time, you know, we went down the left a couple times and we got an assist out of it, so I think we should definitely go down there more. That is such poor defending by Callum Chambers. He's let Gundogan win a header at the back post. I'm looking at this Arsenal team and not one of their players would make it on our sub bench. I disagree. There's a couple. But that's it. Will Arteta get sacked? Mate, who knows? With Arsenal is such a backwards football club at the moment. I wouldn't be surprised. But again, I wouldn't be surprised if he's still in a job. Who knows? Who actually knows? I don't even think the club know themselves. So if Arsenal as a club don't know, then we're never gonna know, are we? Until it happens. Setting the sprinklers off while the pundits do their analysis. Joe Cole, Xhaka red card. Here's the red card again. He's gone in 2-footed, man. That is horrendous, actually. Studs up, 2-footed. See you later. What is he doing? What is he doing? So reckless. So reckless from Xhaka. Unbelievable. You can't go in and we can't go in with 2 feet. I sound like Fabian Delphi. It's the basics of football. You can't go in with 2 feet. How as you, as a professional athlete at the top level of football, do not know that you cannot go in 2-footed? Can't. You get punished for it, and he has done. Stupid. If they sack him, it's going to be end results. If they sack him, they'll get no different results. They might do a bit better because whenever you bring in a new manager, teams seem to go up for like 6 months. The conversion rate from Torres is crazy. Again, if he gets a chance, he'll score. He's done well with his pressing, especially of Leno. Leno seems a bit shaky when he gets pressed, so he's done well to target that. And he's got one chance and he scored 1 goal. That's what we need from a striker. And he's doing that role, but he's still not good enough to be number 1 because he's not a striker. He's not. We need better from a number 9. But it'll do for the moment when we've got no one else. I turned Arsenal down. They're so bad. Top players don't want to go there. Arsenal can only buy top Europa League players to rebuild them. They've spent the most money out of any club this window, I think, unless Ronaldo took United over, but I don't think it did. I don't think so anyway. It might have done. I don't know. It's like them and United are the 2 biggest spenders this summer. And Arsenal didn't improve with spending the most. They bought squad players. What did they bring? They bought a goalkeeper for 30 million, a number 2 goalkeeper for 30 million. They bought a backup left back, backup centre midfielder, who I think Lokonga is an absolute baller. Why he didn't start this game, I don't know, but not my decision, is it? What else did they do? Tried to sell, failed. They tried to sell, they failed to sell. Bought Ben White, who currently has COVID, or is recovering from COVID, so he can't play. £50 million. They bought Erdegaard back. Who knows how he's going to do? Good player. Who knows how he's going to do with Arsenal, though? If you don't laugh, you'll cry. If you're an Arsenal fan, like this is so embarrassing right now to be an Arsenal fan. I don't see any way back. I think they've gone way too far to be one of the top clubs. They've got to hope they get lucky and almost do a Leicester and just somehow end up at, back near the top. Like, that's what they're hoping for, but they don't have the owners who are willing to invest well and sell well and recruit well. They don't. If I was Arsenal manager, I would sell half the team. I think so would Arteta if it was that easy. But unfortunately, their team is that bad that no one wants to buy them. It's all well and good saying you'd sell half the team. You can't sell if no one wants to buy. And let's be honest, no one wants to buy Arsenal players because they're all shit. But they value them, pretty decent. So the clubs that they're at their level don't have the money at them at the moment because no club really has the money. So they tried to sell Xhaka. They rated him at one price. Roma weren't willing to pay because the Italian clubs are all going broke. So they didn't sell him. They signed him to a new contract instead, so he wasn't going to go for free. They're trying to sell Willian, but no one wants to buy him because he's on big wages, so no one wants to pay a fee. And even if they do sell him, they're going to have to pay some of his wages because, again, he's on massive wages. They wanted to get rid of Kolasinac, who's playing today for some reason. They were willing to let him go for free as well, just to get him off the wage bill. That didn't happen. He's playing. What else? What else were they doing? Who else do they want to get rid of? I don't know. I don't pretend to have any knowledge of Arsenal transfers. I don't know. They were like the main ones, though. They wanted to get rid of Willock, but that's because, someone wanted to buy him because he did well. He played well on loan. I will give you a list of who I would sell. Everyone? Is it everyone? You're going to run through the players, or are you just going to say everyone? Because again, I think if it was that easy, they would have done it by now, but no one wants to buy them because they're awful. Well, at least there's a plus. At least there's a plus. Arteta's got a clean head of hair. Saka is being taken off for El Neni. They are going to limit the damage. And I've just seen a tweet saying Zinchenko is on at half-time for Walker, which means Cancelo will be at right back. Which means we're now going to play with width, which is good, because we need to exploit that. We need to exploit the width. That's good. We're going to move into the second half, and we are underway in the second half now. 3-0 up, a couple of half-time substitutions, one from both team. We're underway again. Good to see Zinchenko, though. He needs some minutes. So Zinchenko comes on, and we go again. Good to see Zinchenko back. Good to see him back. The squad is getting there now. Cross in. Comes to nothing. Outside the boot cross from Cancelo there on the right. It seems to me that we're starting the second half the same way we ended the first, which is positive, which is good. You want to see positive stuff. Just showing a replay of that first goal from Gundogan there, and the Torres one. They're showing them in the bottom corner now. So easy. We walk through Arsenal. It is so easy. We walked through them. It was so easy, man. I don't know why. Shouldn't be. There's no right for it to be that easy. Playing with a bit of width now, though. Cancelo's high right and Zinchenko's high left. So we're going to be playing a bit wider now, which is, you know, trying to exploit. Considering they are down to 10 men. And Arsenal will have gone narrow now down to 10 men. They still seem to be playing with a 5. But they've also taken off Saka, so it looks like they're going a bit narrower up top. So their press will be affected, of course, but press will be more focused down the centre than the width. So we had the wide fullbacks. Works well to avoid the press, and if their fullbacks press ours, then they're left with a three at the back, and you know we can exploit that space. What it's all about. Disadvantages now for Arsenal. They've gone for damage limitation, which I can't blame Arteta for. He just wants to stop it from getting embarrassing, because this could genuinely be this could be 5. This could be another Norwich. Bellerin, Lacazette, Willian, Runnison, Aubameyang, Holding, Cedric, Chambers, Mari, Elneny, Kolasinac, Xhaka, Torreira, Guendouzi, Mavropanos. Torreira's gone. Renners. Torreira's actually gone, so they did manage to get rid of one of those. They want to sell Bellerin. They want to sell Kolasinac. They wanted to sell Xhaka at one point. Mavropanos has gone out on loan again, I think. Guendouzi's out on loan again. I think. It could be permanent, but I think it's a loan. But again, there's a long list of players there that Arsenal should probably be moving on and looking to rebuild and use the younger players. But again, if it was that easy, they probably would have done it. It's not, because squad cohesion is important and no one wants to buy average, poor morale, poor form players. Especially in today's market when the clubs are going broke. No one wants to do it. There's still 4 days left of the window though. So we will see. Oh, it's 3 now. Yeah. 4 if you include today, but realistically there's 3 days left of the window, so never know. Some quick deals to be done. Bernardo in the box, good save from Leno. Rodri, been flicked everywhere. Arsenal have got it out. We're playing pinball again. We're seeing where the ball lands. It's anyone's guess as to where the ball's going to end up now in the box. Teams will buy them, they will just have to sell them cheaper. That's the problem. Arsenal don't want to sell cheap. Clubs don't want to buy at maybe even a slightly increased rate because of the financial situation of most. So no one wants to buy them for what Arsenal want to sell them for, which is why they've still got them. But realistically, if Arsenal are serious about it, they just sell them for whatever they can, whatever they can get for them, because they're not good enough or they don't want to be there. I'm pretty sure when they were selling Xhaka, they were holding out for a few million. And then the deal collapsed because they missed out on like 5 million, I think. But that shouldn't happen. Arsenal shouldn't be like, right, well, we won't sell a player we want to sell. We'll sign him, we'll, you know, get him a new contract, an extension, and not sell him just over 5 million. What's the point? Just sell and see if you can get anyone in. You know, they have enough talent coming through the youth academy. That's for sure. So if they can't buy a replacement, they've got enough to, you know, replace just through their youth recruitment. Here's Jack Grealish. First to bend one. Arsenal are genuinely putting 7, 8 players behind the ball. This is very embarrassing. Arsenal shouldn't be doing this. Torres might be offside there. Rodri goes for a foul. Oh, Rodri! Oh, Rodri. Oh, if that gets disallowed, I'm going to be very upset because that is a beauty from Rodri. He's about 25 yards out and he just curls one into the 25 yards out. He just curls one into the bottom corner. Arsenal fans are leaving again. Everyone is in absolute limbs. Sterling's happy. The team's happy. Rodri's amazed by the fact that he's actually scored. Oh, would you believe it? Would you believe it? Cedric has been caught in a different postcode, like against Chelsea, and he's kept everyone on side. He's kept Torres on side. It's 4-0. It's 4-0. Cedric has kept Torres on side like he did Reece James last week, and it's 4-0. Wow, this is embarrassing now. Embarrassing, Robbie. He's 25 yards out and he practically passes it into the bottom corner. Go on, Rodri. Thing of beauty that he doesn't score often, but when he does, he doesn't score often, but when he does, good to see. I don't think there was I think there will be an assist on that one, I think. Sterling coming on soon from Sam Lee. There you go. We will see Sterling. Who, may I add, Sterling has a very good record against Arsenal. To my knowledge anyway, he has a good record against Arsenal. Cross to the back. Oh! Torres just missed it at the back post. That would have been the icing on the cake. 5-0 in, you know, inside 55 minutes. Goal every 11 minutes. But it could be a corner. Oh yeah, it was. There was a deflection from Chambers on the cross. If he didn't deflect it, then he probably would have got that, and that probably would have been 5. But just to confirm, Ferran Torres with the assist for that one. I forgot he was the guy who ran in behind. Because we're checking for offside, weren't we? That's what we were doing. Ferran Torres with an assist. Things you'd love to see. Goal and assist for Ferran Torres. Corner swung in. Torres at the front post. He misses it. Zinchenko from... Oh, my God. Zinchenko's almost just scored a pile driver from 30 yards. What is going on? This game is mental. This game is mental. I cannot believe what is actually happening. 7 corners. God, we did 7 corners and we haven't done anything from any of them. Dear me. Arsenal fan TV are going mad. I'm not surprised, Renners. I'm not surprised. They're 4-0 down. 4-0 down and Leno's on the floor, time wasting. So it's not like 5, 6, 7. Lacazette's coming on for Arsenal. I assume Aubameyang will be coming off. Unless they bring off a defender. Arsenal fans only going mad. For some reason. They found something to cheer about. I think Edison's just bored again now. We could see something stupid from him. Or crazy. Or both. What's Twitter saying? No, takes his time on a goal kick. On what feels like the most streetwise bit of play from Arsenal all afternoon. Yep. Exactly. They're wasting time because they know that they are getting nothing from this game. They were getting nothing since half time. But they want to stop it from getting proper embarrassing. Like 5-6 type embarrassing. But there's a collision between Tierney and is that Rodri, I think. Here comes Sterling. So I think there's a foul there, but here comes Sterling for Bernardo Silva, which probably means Grealish in midfield. And Sterling will go left. That's all I can assume. So Bernardo's afternoon is done. And Sterling is now on. Pep making some nice early substitutions here. He's only got one more left, so. Or at least I think it's. I think it's back to 3 now. I mean, it was always 3 in the Prem, but I think it's back to 3 in all the competitions. Here comes lack of threat, as I like to call him. Lacazette for Aubameyang, swapping the captain's armband to Lacazette. So, it's not even see the game out, it's just see how many you can put past them. This has been an experience, hasn't it? This has been an absolute roller coaster. The first 5 minutes, Arsenal were looking good. First 5 minutes. Fast forward to the 60th minute, and they're 4-0 down, and they're a man less on the pitch, and they're wasting time in the 60th minute. It's just like they're wasting time in the 60th minute. This is like playing Burnley at 0-0 at home, playing Burnley. When Nick Pope takes 25 minutes to take a goal kick. All the way back to the keeper just for Laporte to play a 1-2 with him. Oh, Sam Lee tweeting, Mahrez is coming on. Pep's making all his subs really early, which is... I mean, he can do whatever he wants now, can't he? Because game's over. Mahrez to come on, sweeten the deal. Exactly what we want, really, isn't it? Just... calm it down, maybe get another after that. Maybe even get another after that. Who knows? But, Kolasinac taking his boot off. Here comes Mahrez now. Who's he coming on for? Torres? Jesus? Right. Mahrez is on for Jesus. Goal and assist for Jesus. Good afternoon again. Good afternoon. So, yeah, 0 complaints from me with that sub. Mahrez on. Jesus gets a rest after another good game. Nothing to complain about at all from me. Good sub again from Pep. Makes a change. He's not only making the wrong ones or late ones. Now we're just in for a very calm, easy 30 minutes. While we wait for the game to be over. Not more subs to be made for us. I think Arsenal got one more. So, just watch the game, enjoy it, see what happens, see where it takes us. Is it a penalty? Have we got a pen? What's going on? Corner? Pen? What's going on? No, it's a corner. Arsenal players are complaining. I don't know what they're complaining. Crossing from Rodri. Laporte wins a header just wide. What's the point of Mahrez and Sterling? We are winning. Give the kids a chance. Mahrez and Sterling need minutes for the rest of the season because they're going to play more. So I would like to see Palmer or Doyle. But at the same time, other players that are higher up in the pecking order need minutes so they can be fit to start and play more games during the season. So, yeah. Penny for his thoughts right now, John Stones. Sat on the bench currently. Laporte has taken his place. And he's played really well. Not that he's had much to do in the 2 games, but what he's had to do, he's done it. And he scored against Norwich, so proving to be an aerial threat, which is what we want from a defender, because we don't have aerial threat from our attackers. Just see how many he can get now, I think, is what I'd do. Just see how many he can put in the back of the net. You know, Arsenal are dead and buried. Arsenal are done. Arsenal are defending in a 4-4-1. Kind of sums up their afternoon. 10 men behind the ball, because that's all they've got. Lacazette trying to press, but he'll get nowhere. Even if he wins the ball, he'd be running into another defender. He's got no one in support. City are just knocking it around now. They're taking a piss here. City are taking a piss here. They're just knocking it about really easily. Just no pressure. Just little 1 touch, 2 touch. This is like training. This is like watching a training. Here comes Sterling. Tries to get it through his legs and goal kick, corner, goal kick, corner, goal kick. I don't know what's going on. The BT Sport cameras just cut to the player instead of what the referee's done. I think it's a goal kick. The Grealish Sterling link up again. He's done well to drive into the box. I don't know why he's shooting, but we are 4-0 up. The last 5 minutes of possession have been 97% to City. We're just trying silly low percentage passes now because, you know, even if we lose it, we're going to win it back. Crossing, it's dealt with sort of by Arsenal. They try to counter-attack here with Tierney, but he's only got Lacazette ahead of him. He's got like 4 City players ahead, and he gives the ball away. But he does get fouled with a late attempt to win the ball, and Arsenal Could have been yawning. That's how boring it is. There's a booking there for Rodri. First booking for City is on Rodri. Chance here that Tierney is injured. Little stoppage in play. As Tierney is back on his feet. He's launched it towards Cedric, of all people. I don't know why Cedric's up there, but Zinchenko deals with it. He's currently in the corner. He's playing right back at the moment. But the City have escaped the press, as they should do. They're a man down. They're pressing with one less person than they were before. Here comes Grealish down the left. Torres in support. Sterling dropping a bit deep. Yeah. Now we're just knocking it about again. Just easy, nothing to it. Oh, Sterling. Good save from Leno again. Leno has stopped this from... This could be 7 if Leno wasn't here. Sterling with a back... Another back... it's not really back post, but another header. Kind of back post. Another header has been won by a midget. I'm sorry, but Arsenal... Sterling from 20 yards. He's going to try a curler. Ooh, just wide. He's taking shots though. Good to see his confidence isn't hit. But yeah. But yeah, just I don't remember what I was saying. Just my head's gone. It's just easy. Easy to sending off helps, but I genuinely think it might have been this easy anyway. Arsenal just look... They didn't even turn up. Arsenal just... Did they fail to prepare? Did they just not bother after the first goal went in? Did they go in with the mindset that they were definitely losing before the game, so they weren't going to, you know, bother too much so they didn't get injured? The problem. Sterling's inside the box. He's trying to sell Cedric. He gets shoved over, but Erdegaard just boots it straight back to Grealish, and we get the ball again. This is men against boys. The saying gets thrown around a lot, but this is a training match. Men against boys. It's unbelievably easy to just walk through Arsenal. I know they're down to 10 men. We say this all the time, but Gundogan just passing it out. But we can generally just walk through them. Here comes Ainsley Maitland-Niles as Arsenal's last substitute. With now 20 minutes to go, because we've just crossed into the 70th. And Erdegaard is coming off, so that's a more defensive change. So Arsenal again trying to limit even more damage. I can't wait for the AFTV stuff, man. But yeah, very embarrassing indeed. You'd hate to be an Arsenal fan right now. And Arsenal have just kicked it out again. it's encouraging to see people like Zinchenko and Sterling. I know they're the substitutes, but it's encouraging to see that they're still making runs in behind and trying to make things happen. Even though we're 4-0 up, we're cruising. They're a man down. They're offering nothing. We could generally just pass it around the back for 20 minutes. Even though we could do that, it's encouraging to see that they're still trying and making like good runs in behind the defence, causing Arsenal a bit of problems, you know, making them think. Like, because at this point, a lot of teams, you know, they do what we're doing right now and just pass it about and just do nothing with it. Conserve energy, try not to get injured, do anything reckless, just see the game out. But we're still, you know, trying to make things happen. We're not completely of the mindset of just, you know, just keep recycling the ball and this is the end result. Make it boring for 20 minutes. Like, we're being cautious with it now. Because we don't want to give Arsenal the ball, which is fine, but we're still, you know, looking to make things happen. Here's Laporte's on the edge of the box. Laporte is further forward than Grealish. Like, players are getting bored. Defenders are getting bored because they haven't had to defend. Laporte is playing left back. He swung one in. It's away. He had to run there a little bit because El Neni was getting his sprint on. El Neni currently the furthest forward player. Ederson's halfway into his half. This is just boring. There's not much else I can say. I'm doing a play-by-play, one of my own commentary, because there's nothing happening. Alright, well, see if MCIARS can do anything. MCIARS has been drifting. He found himself on the left before. He's on the right again now. So is Grealish, actually. Grealish has managed to find his way onto the right. Found Cancelo. MCIARS, who I think is offside, but he's still got there. Swinging it crossing. And we've won the throw-in. Because the linesman didn't flag it and the ball hasn't, you know, gone out for a goal. Lacazette playing as a left midfielder, defending. Smith Rowe as a left wing back. Slightly overhit towards Sterling, who was willing to let it go out for a corner there, but Holding says, no, we've got to throw in. Men against boys, men versus boys. It is. Arsenal have offered nothing all game. Regardless of sending off or not, they offered nothing before that. So, sending off or not, they haven't done anything. Lacazette tried to break there, just nothing. Got to the halfway line and got swamped. Cross into Sterling. He's gone down, but I think Holding's won the ball and it's a corner. And Sterling's making some good runs. He's playing through the middle at the moment. Sterling seems to be playing as a striker. But it's good defending from Holding that. I think Pep is trying to make him work as a striker when we don't have one. There's like another option to play there, which is why he keeps bringing him off the bench. But I mean, it worked. He scored against Norwich. He played well against Spurs, although he was playing off the left there. He's played well here when he's come on, made a few good runs, but it's hard to, you know, do anything of note when you're 4-0. Laporte's done well there, playing left wing against Rob Holding to win a corner. We took it short. Here's Zinchenko. Is he going to swing one in? No. Probably the right idea to not swing one in. Diaz playing right wing. He fizzes one in. Oh, Laporte has done a little heel flick over the bar. But ultimately came to nothing. I mean, Diaz is so far on. Laporte really can't do anything. It's fizzed in and it's actually behind him, so I wouldn't expect him to score. Maybe take a touch and try and control it. Take a shot instead. Came at him quick though, so again, it doesn't matter. We're winning 4-0. Leno taking his sweet time to take the goal kick. Of a smart move, give us less time. I mean, I know they're supposed to add on the time, but if I'm the ref here, as soon as it gets to 90, I'm blowing the whistle. Yeah, Laporte's done well there against Lacazette. That's the furthest I think they might have got into our half this second half. And it was only halfway into it, and they lost the ball straight away. Sterling. Oh, save from Leno, he stood his ground. Sterling should be finishing that, to be fair. Sterling lacked a little bit of composure there. I think he should be finishing that. That should be 5. Here he is again. Gives it wide to Mahrez, who's offside. Does it really matter? No. Is he offside? We'll see. Tierney's down holding his ankle. Tierney could be injured again here. Let's see what happens with Mahrez. Mate, that run from Sterling, it's a great run, but I think he should be finishing that. Whether he takes it around the keeper or not, he should be finishing. That's a one-on-one with the keeper. He should be sticking that one away. If that's Torres, he bags it. That's my one criticism. If that's Torres, it's in the back of the net. Showing the replays of the goals now. Cross 1, cross 2. Xhaka red card. Grealish has just walked through the defence. Squares it. Rodri curls one from 25 yards. Just simple stuff, really. Another day in the office. Another day. Another game. Another win. 3 points. Doesn't matter how you get the 3 points as long as you get them. Listen, I would have taken a 1-0 today as long as we got the 3 points, but a 4-0, I'll take it. Arsenal fans are now, even more Arsenal fans seem to now be leaving. Team's going nowhere, team's showing nothing, they're getting none of the ball, but I mean, you stay to the end. You have to stay to the end. Especially on an away day, man. If you don't, then don't bother turning up. I've said this before. Someone else who was going to stay to the end would have taken your ticket if you didn't. There go even more Arsenal fans leaving, and I'm not surprised, but a bit disappointed that that's the mindset of a lot of Premier League fans. Not even Premier League fans, that's the mindset of a lot of just football fans. If your team's getting slapped, you'll just leave. If you think your team's going to get slapped, just don't turn up. Sterling with another good run in behind. He's just too short to get on the ball. He gets any contact on that, that's a goal. But unfortunately, he's too short. I always stay to the end even when City was shit. Exactly. You buy a ticket, you stay for the whole game. Or you don't buy a ticket. I get it. If all Arsenal fans as a collective walked out as a protest to their owners, then I'd understand, because they're not doing it because they don't want to be there. They're doing it as a protest. That's if all of them walk out. You get groups of Arsenal fans walking out. You get a group going out, and then another group going out, and then another group going out later on in the game. You know, as you go on, you get more walking out. It's not a protest. It's walking out because they're fed up. Which I understand, they're fed up. But if you're fed up of watching your club getting slapped week in, week out, then don't turn up. Watch it on the telly. So you can, you know, just turn it off. You know, there are fans out there who don't get to see their club very often, who would love an away day. If you're taking a ticket and leaving, imagine how they feel. Like, if I was trying to get tickets to a City away day for whatever reason, which, if I'm going to be honest, I probably wouldn't, because I don't go to many games. But if I was like, I want to do my first ever away day and I don't get a chance often, so let me try and book tickets, and it's like, the tickets are sold out. And then we got slapped by a team, and I see City fans walking out, I'd be fuming. It's like, I could have gone and I would have stayed. The Emirates is a big stadium. You don't get a lot of away fans in stadiums, of course, because, you know, that's the whole point. So only a select number of Arsenal fans can go, and a select number of Arsenal fans who didn't get to go are seeing, you know, other people who got tickets walk out. But a rare venture forward for Arsenal results in a low cross, which Laporte intercepts, and Arsenal come again down the right. And Chambers does his best David Beckham and twats one out for a goal kick. It's been an embarrassing month for Arsenal. Sam Lee tweeted, Walker just ran up the steps through the tunnel club. So I'm guessing he didn't come off due to an injury, which is what I thought. I thought he just came off due to a lack of pre-season. Just keep him fit. Keep him fit, change the system, play with a bit more width, Arsenal a bit more. Torres! Oh, that's 5. It's embarrassing. It is well and truly embarrassing, Robbie. And when is it going to end? It's actually shocking how bad it's got. Has Torres even touched that is the question. Because if he hasn't, then it's a Mahrez goal. Mahrez swings one in. Yeah, Torres gets a touch on it. It's a Mahrez assist, though. Yeah, this game is just maybe try and get 6. I'd like 6. That'd be nice. I'd love a 6. I'd love to hit Arsenal for 6. I don't care how bad they are. It's a statement if you hit Arsenal for 6. Hit Norwich for 5 and Arsenal for 5. That's good. It's very good, though. No complaints from me. If you hit any team for 5, it's a statement win. No matter how bad the team is, it's better when it's a team like Arsenal who, no matter how good they are, you know, it. That just icing on the cake, really. But people like Diaz playing right wing and Laporte playing left wing. No defenders, just vibes. That's the way we're going right now. Who needs defenders when you don't have to defend? Here's Mahrez again. Dead ball. Oh, Laporte. Oh, Laporte went on a solo run. We get a throw in, I think, or a corner. Yeah, corner. Taken short again, as per. Into Laporte's feet for some reason. Another blocked shot. Arsenal just launch it clear. And Ederson is at the halfway line to collect the ball. That about sums up our afternoon. That's probably all he's had to do the second half. Here come Arsenal again. A rare attack down the left. Rodri with Smith Rowe. Nah, he does well. He gets the ball there. Could have been a penalty and a red card, second yellow, but he's done well there. He's won the ball. And that is all that Arsenal have thrown at us, really. They haven't tried to shoot at all. They've just tried to win penalties. Here comes Sterling in the box to the right. He has to go backwards. He's got nowhere to go. Gives it to Grealish, gives it to Mahrez, tries a curler. It's blocked. And Arsenal win another free kick. That is all they're doing right now. You could see Ainsley Maitland-Niles was putting his body in the way because he knew he was going to, Mahrez was going to try and win the ball. But he wins the foul. It's a great cross from Mahrez. Good little flick on from Torres. That's what we needed. We needed that target man. We needed that, taller and, more demanding presence in the box. And Torres is... He's come into that role at the moment. I have to say, he's come into that role. He had a quiet first couple of games, but this game is just, he's come into it now. He's ready. We should probably still have better, but he's ready to do it for, what we have at the moment. Here comes Mahrez again down the right. A great ball just behind Sterling, who decided to run forward. Cleared by Tierney. Collected by Rodri. It's just so fluid, so good to watch when we do stuff like this. So comfortable. We can proper suffocate teams when we do this. We're actually treating Arsenal like one of them smaller teams down the bottom end of the table. I know they're down the bottom end of the table now, but we're actually treating them like one of them clubs right now. Well, that's how we're playing. Another free kick to City about 30 yards out, I'd say. 25, 30 yards out. Jack Grealish winning another foul, taken quickly. Gundogan with the man of the match. I don't know how you've got to that. It definitely should be Torres. Diaz and Laporte arriving in the box from that one. Neither can get on the end of it, but good idea. Take it quickly, shift it out to Torres. Torres on the left, crosses it in, just missed it. Diaz went for some sort of kung fu kick there. Good cross from Torres though. Good cross. But Gundogan is your man of the match. Well, not yours, but BT Sport have given Gundogan man of the match. Would have given it to Torres myself. Couple of goals, an assist. Who else was up there? Gundogan had a good game, just the one goal. Gabriel Jesus, another good game from him. Not quite man of the match though. He did come off pretty early. Here comes Sterling. Gives it to Mahrez. Mahrez. Good save from Leno. And Sterling can't get there. Leno holds. 3 minutes were added on, by the way. So we've gone through the first right now. Another couple of minutes. I think it's going to end 5-0. I think Arsenal are just going to hold on to the ball. Or try and hold on to the ball. Good save from Leno. Big free kick taken from Zinchenko. Grealish is just dribbling around in his own half. We've had 24 attempts and 9 on target to Arsenal's 1 and 0 on target, and they had 1 attempt in the first half. So they have not had a shot in the second half. Domination. Absolute domination. Mahrez over the top. Or was that Cancelo? I think it was Cancelo, actually. That was Mahrez. It's saved anyway, so it doesn't matter, but the score still says 4-0, doesn't it? I just completely forgot to change it, didn't I? That's 45. I've been on cloud 9 this whole entire time. We've had a pretty shit week. But this kind of, you know, this is good. This is good. Diaz is down holding his face. I don't think he's injured. I think he might have just been caught in the face. He's up, he's walking, he's holding his jaw, chin, so might have just got a bit of a whack. But there's 30 seconds left of the game before it ends. City fans are on their feet, as always, towards the end of the game, when we're winning at least anyway. It was a good turnout today. I mean, there's a lot of empty seats now, but if I'm going to be honest, there's 5 seconds left and we're up 5-0. The referee will blow his whistle anytime now, and the referee has blown his whistle, and that is full time. City have won 5-0. Statement win just before the international break. Very good to get done. Just before that international break, as I said, going into a week or two now where, you know, players will go away, or some of them will, some of them won't, because we're not allowing them. Some players will go away, some players will stay and just train. Maybe give a little bit, we will be able to give them a bit of a break now, maybe a couple days. Maybe, not that they'd need it anyway, really, but maybe just a couple of days just for the short turnaround of the Euros and in the season starting, just a couple of days, and good to go from there. If I am not mistaken, our next game is not Southampton. I think that's no, Leicester. Our next game is Leicester. Leicester away is the first game back from the international break, followed by our first Champions League game, which is at home against RB Leipzig in the midweek. Wickham coming up. Should be good to see a few of the younger players like Delap, Palmer, Boyle maybe, giving a go against Wickham, hopefully, because we're at home and Wickham are in League One. They're just relegated from the Championship, so hopefully we see them. But yeah, we've got a international break now. Arsenal are clapping their fans. But we've got a few tough games coming up. Obviously, Leicester away will be tricky because Leicester are just a very good side at the moment. Leipzig will be tricky because Champions League is always tough. Southampton at home should be a good game. Should be a very good game. Looking forward to that one. If it's anything like the last time we played them at home, which was 5-2, I think. Play Wickham in the Cup after that. Again, looking forward to seeing, hopefully, a few of the younger players. We should be winning that one, though. And then into the toughest run so far of the season, I think, with Chelsea away, PSG away, Liverpool away. All 3 away games, back to back to back. I'm not particularly looking forward to that one, but that's the fixture list we've been dealt. We just have to get on with it, and, you know, you see what happens. Who knows by that point? You know, you never know what City you're going to turn up on the day. So, who knows? Who knows? I mean, good outing today. Another game ticked off, another 3 points. Another game with the fans. Another pretty comfortable, pretty easy game. A couple of goals. Torres in there. He needed that. Rodri got on the score sheet. Doesn't often. Gundogan got often running season. Happy to see that. More minutes for the 3 substitutes, Sterling, Mahrez and Zinchenko. They probably needed some minutes. Jesus with another good game on the wing. Yeah, all round good game. No complaints. Shouldn't be any complaints from anyone on the City side of things. And currently top of the league, but only on goal difference because we did lose that first game. So that'll probably change. I mean, it will change because one of Chelsea or Liverpool are going to pick up at least a point or 3. So we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see what happens with that one. But a good almost 2.5 hours there. Arsenal are now rock bottom. 3 games, 3 losses, -9 goal difference because 9 goals conceded, 0 scored, 0 points. They are -9 goal difference. Norwich are -8. So if Norwich lose, then yeah, if Norwich lose, then they'll go bottom because of alphabetical order, even if they lose 1-0. So Arsenal will probably not be bottom, like rock bottom, but you know, that's what Arsenal have to deal with right now. Who knows what the future for Arteta holds, and who knows the future for that team. It's a mess. It's a shambles. And that's their problem. They're going to deal with it. But look, listen, we move 3 points. Bit of a run coming together. Shame the international break will halt that a little bit because it has come around very soon. But again, the win was all that mattered today, regardless of how we got it. And we did get it. So I look forward to seeing the Chelsea-Liverpool or Liverpool-Chelsea, whichever way around it is, later on, to see how the league starts to shape up. As you look at that, and if Liverpool win that, you look at that and go, Liverpool are in this, Chelsea are beatable. If Chelsea win that, you go, Chelsea are going to take some stopping. So I think that's the game to watch today. It definitely wasn't this one, although it was a very entertaining game unless you're an Arsenal fan. Just it is funny, Renners. It is funny. It's funny. It's sad, but it's more funny than sad, really. That's not my club. I don't care. But I think I'll end it there. I think I've said all I need to say. Arsenal are a mess. We're a good football team. We're good at doing a football. Some players that I think we all wanted to see have a good game had a good game. So hopefully we can take some confidence for after that international break and hopefully do over Leicester. Maybe get a little bit of revenge, maybe. I'd say revenge. It was a McDonald's trophy, so not really bothered. I just want the win. Need to try and get more wins. Try and win as many games as possible because the league starts to take shape. After the first few games, you need a good start because you don't want to be getting to that business end of the season and going, well, we just ran out of games. You need to win now and worry about the future when we get to it. Although when the Champions League comes in, I'd say that takes a bit more importance until we're through because of how tough our group is. And then once we're through, we can put full focus to the league and just kind of out weaker sides if we are through by that point. You never know because the group is tough. We might be fighting till the last couple of games. We need a striker still and a left back. Yep, we do need a striker. Torres has played well and he normally does play well, but we need better. In plain and simple, we need better because he's not the answer. He probably will never be because he's not a striker. So, we just need better. We need that upper echelon of proper number 9. And a left back, we do. We do need a left back. We need some sort of full back. Like I said before at the start of the stream, I said you know, you need a right back or a left back depending on where Cancelo plays. If you see Cancelo as a left back, get another right back. If you see Cancelo as a right back, you can play a left back, get another left back. But you know, with the fact that we've only got 3 now, I guess Ake could play left back, so you know it's not the end of the world this season. But in future, we definitely do need another fullback, preferably left-footed. We only have the one. Well done riding solo. Thanks, runners. It'll probably happen again, but it's just a test run. Review will obviously be out later, like much later, because they need to get back, and I assume they'll be pubbing, maybe these, something like that. So I think I'm going to end it now. 2.5 hours, good stream, good win, 3 points. Good game to watch, nice and easy, simple, how we wanted it, just exactly how we wanted it to go. When everything went according to plan, and more with the sending off, that really helped us. But again, it's Arsenal. I think we all expected a win, and they didn't really expect much from it. But we go into an international break, a couple of weeks break from football. Hate international breaks myself, but it is what it is. You know, so hopefully we'll try and get the review up tonight. Hopefully, depends on what time. But it could be tomorrow. You never know. But yeah. I've said that all I need to say. I've read the chat. Am I the GOAT? I don't know if I'm the GOAT. I don't know about that one though. Maybe I am. Cheers, runners, for popping in. Anyone else who's left in the chat? We will be back next time. If you're on your own, give me notice. I'll do it with you. I mean, if you really want, I don't know. I'd have to speak to Hugh and there about that one. That's not my decision. It's probably Hugh on that one. I don't mind doing them on my own. Honestly, I'd be here regardless. So doing it on my own just means no one else talking about it with me. I do all of that, which is what I'd be doing anyway. I'm just sitting here and watching football. But just showing the highlights now. Red card, goals galore. Again, thanks, runners, for tuning in. Most active in the chat, as always. Daniel was here before. Als was here before. Or MCFC, okay. Heather as well. John was in here a couple of times. So we'll be back some point. Probably not with a transfer video because nothing will happen. But we'll see.